Hey guys, and we are live at last. Finally, we have a new camera. I just literally, that last live stream that I did, which was a few weeks ago, so sorry for that. Not been very good at uploading. Just check the audio's working, because I can't see my little bar flashing up and down. Ah, there it is. Yes, we are. We're transmitting audio as well. Fantastic. So yeah, after the last live stream that I did with the Sony camcorder, I thought the camcorder Sony, I thought that's a good brand. It was a reasonably good camcorder. HDMI out, what could possibly go wrong? Well, the problem with it was you could adjust the shutter speed, or you could adjust the aperture, or you could adjust the white balance. But you could only adjust one of them, and the other two went to automatic. So no matter how you did it in this kind of environment, it just would not get the white balance right. So it drove me nuts, and the autofocus was horrific. So anyway, couldn't cope any longer. The GoPros, which we do have set up, but they keep overheating. So after about half an hour, they get too hot. In this, because we've got the lights and everything's enclosed here, and it does get warm. So the GoPros overheat. They're obviously designed to be outside. So we went and bought, it's not new, it's second-hand, it's a Panasonic AF101. It is a professional cinematic studio camera, so hopefully the picture is a lot better at last. I've managed to get the white balance almost right. You'll have to excuse me because this thing is like a DSLR on speed. It has so many options, so many menus. It's taken me, I've had it about a week, and it's taken that long just to get through the menus to try and start setting it up for the live stream. So we got that. Let me show you a picture of it. I've got that just here. So that's the one, that's the actual eBay advert for the camera that we've bought. And yeah, it performs flawlessly. I was a bit skeptical because when you buy used camera equipment, it's always a gamble. There's always a chance that it's going to be flawed. It's going to have something wrong with the sensor. And to be fair, when this one arrived, it'd obviously been through the post. Didn't come with any lenses, so we had to buy lenses separately. Whew, 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 whew. Yeah, that hurt. That really hurt. Got the lens on, took some basic video with it, and there was a big splodge on the top of the output video. Wasn't always visible, only when there was high contrast. So I ended up having to clean the sensor. But now I've cleaned the sensor, the picture is stunning. I mean, the quality that comes out. This is rocking 720p because we've had to do some other stuff behind the scenes. We've had to buy some bits from a company called Blackmagic to do some conversions into our... we have it's called a Ripsaw Razor, which is an HDMI capture card. But the camera HDMI output isn't quite compatible. Obviously an earlier version or something. So we're using the studio output, the SDI output, into a Blackmagic converter, which then converts to our Ripsaw Razor. Another box we've had to buy. We've got various lenses. This one's a 45 to 150. We've also got a 25mm prime, which I'm probably going to try on the stream at some point, but it makes everything very blurry behind. It's really nice lens, really nice cinematic effect. And the one that's on there is the 14 to 45, set to 14mm at the moment, which gives us a nice, pretty much what the GoPro gave us, to be honest. Anyway, yeah, as now you can see in glorious HD, I do need a haircut. It's getting rather long. We still can't get haircuts and things like that in the UK. Hopefully it's starting to get back to normal. Hopefully sometime next week, maybe, we will be able to get a haircut. And I'll be back to normal, hopefully. I think my partner's looking forward to that, to be honest. She's not a big fan of... Oh, there's my dog. She's not a big fan of having long-haired boyfriends. Anyway, this week I have been a bit quiet through the business this week because obviously everyone's still up in the air. We don't know where we are. We don't know if we're coming or going, who's going to survive, who's not going to survive. People have been going back to work and they've been settling in, and of course that's taken some of the calls off me because now they're sat back to their mate and they can ask him again, oh, how do I do this in Excel, instead of phoning me. So my call rate's dropped off a little bit, which is great because it gives me a bit of time to do some other bits and bobs. We have to maintain, in the UK, we have to maintain a 2 metre social distance at the moment. That's going to be under review next week. One of my customers, I went to see them because they were starting to go back to work, and long story short, he came to me and he said, look, they make aluminium extrusions and ceiling trims and all this sort of stuff, really nice high-end stuff. And he said, look, we've had this idea for some desk screens, you know, like the old cube farms where you have the bit at the side and the bit at the back, except they're making them in this gorgeous aluminium trim and glass panels inside, so you can still maintain eye contact, you can see all your colleagues, but it cuts down on the noise, and obviously it puts a separation between you and the person that you're sat close to, so therefore you can reduce that 2 metre distance in places where perhaps, particularly in things like cube farms where you can't have, it's just not practical all the time to have 2 metres distance, so this cuts down on that. So I said to him, look, I've got some camera equipment, would you mind if I came into the factory and had a bit of a bash at doing, you know, a bit of a promo video for you? I've never done it. The camera kit I've got, I mean, obviously it's capable of it, but with me driving, yeah, not so much. But he said, yeah, crack on, you know, feel free, factory's yours, come in, do what you need to do, push whoever you need to out of the way and take the video and do what you think is right. So I've put something together. I finally finished it today, and they've approved it, so they seem to be quite happy with it. I thought I'd show it to you guys, just to show you what I've been up to for the last couple of weeks. It's not, you know, it's not Daniel Schiffer, it's not Peter McKinnon, but it's a start. It's my first one I've ever done, so I'm quite proud of it. Anyway, let me put it on if I can find the right button. Here we go. Hope you enjoy it. So that was it, just a brief 37 seconds there, and I did make a couple of mistakes which I now know about. First off, I thought, I'll show you which one I used. It's just in here. So for 90% of that video, and I'll tell you the reason why I did it, I used this little Canon M100 mirrorless camera. Shoots in 1080 HD, 50 frames a second. I thought, well, that'll be fine, but the quality isn't that good. So when I got back, I had one or two scenes that I wanted just to refilm. So I thought, well, I've got the Canon D250, which I could use, because that again is 1080. It's 50 frames a second. It's got better lenses on. And I thought, well, I can use my 50mm lens because I've got a really nice ultra-fast 50mm Canon lens, which is very underrated and actually pretty cheap for what you can achieve with it. So if you noticed in that video, perhaps I'll play it again in a sec, but if you notice, the second to last, it's the close-up of the screen where you can see the British Standard seal on the glass. Because I couldn't get that with the other camera. It just would not align. It wouldn't get the focus properly. It wouldn't get everything just right to be able to read that mark. The D250 did it straight away. So if you notice, I'll play the video again, and this time, if you look at the close-up of the screen with the glass still, you'll see the difference in the two cameras. It illustrates it quite nicely. Oh, wrong one. Wrong one, sorry, live TV. hopefully you saw that time. That mark in that glass, it's like an etched mark, and it was very difficult to get that. Oh, I've got a big error on my screen. I don't know if you guys have got that, but I'll move that out of the way. So yeah, the Canon, the D250 focused on that straight away, pulled it right out, and the quality of that picture compared to this D100, this M100, I think this is going to be looking for a new home soon. I've had it a while, and I just can't make it perform like I want it to. But I'll keep persevering with it for a bit longer. You never know your luck. Anyway, what's up for next week? Yeah, firstly, I'm really sorry I haven't been streaming as much as I should have been. It's been quite difficult with everything going on to find the time. And not only that, with the corona going on, we can't make trips out. There's not a lot going on, to be fair, and it would just be making content for the sake of making content. So that's why I've put the QIC video in there this week. I wanted something positive, you know, someone doing something and actually going out there. And they've actually sold a few of these screens. If you're interested, if you check out their Twitter, QIC Trims, check out their Twitter account. They have all their contact details on there. Go and talk to them, because they can make these things. And they're not limited because they manufacture themselves. They can make them any size you want. So if you want them taller, if you've got odd-shaped desks, they can accommodate you. They don't just come in black either. That trim can be, they've got professional spray booth there. You saw it in the video, that big long oven that they go through, and they powder coat and spray there. So they can produce those in any colour that you want. So you can match your decor as well. Bit of a promo video tonight, sorry about that. So yeah, but apart from that, there's not been a lot going on. Some new equipment's come in. Apart from that, nothing. The IT business is just ticking along. I'm going to be moving on with the live stream and going back to roots and doing some actual educational type, let's learn and do something together type stuff, because that seemed to be quite popular. When we did the radio show, that was our most popular show. The radio's actually sat on that shelf over there now. Waiting. I've got a new antenna up, so perhaps we'll do some more radio stuff further down the line. The stuff I want to cover with you is called the PIC microprocessor, and it's basically a little chip that you can build your own circuits around, and you can program it to do all sorts of different things, and they are so powerful and so underrated. It's literally a computer on a chip for £3. So I thought we'd go through them and just get them to flash an LED, perhaps do some more complicated stuff. But if you have any suggestions, as always, we're on Twitter, we're on Insta, you can contact us on YouTube, just drop a comment down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the videos. That'd be awesome. We're up to nearly 40 subscribers, I think 37, something like that. The other channel, the IT channel's up to 40, so we're doing all right. So that's about it, guys. That's it. If there's anything you want to say, just drop it in the comments below and we'll try and accommodate you. Hopefully you like the little promo video tonight. I'm going to try and do one more. I'm going to do it for my business this time, because I'll put a little bit more effort in perhaps. But plus I'll have a lot more time to deal with, to get the shots lined up, and I can, you know, obviously that was a working factory as well, so I had to work around people. Anyway, guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I promise I will be back next Wednesday with a proper show.